Hello and welcome to Crypto TV. This is Manoj Dhara. In 2022, Solana had 12 serious outages, driving the price of its native coin sold down more than 78% this year. June 1st week, the latest outage shut down the network for 4 hours and 10 minutes, which means a peak potential of 975 million transactions did not occur during that blackout. The prices of Solana native Sol has dropped roughly around 14% since the mainnet outage on June 1st week, which is roughly around $38 as of now. So to discuss this entire episode in detail, we have invited Vivek Singh from Crypto University. Vivek, welcome to the show.
Thanks.
So Vivek, what happened on June? Since we are discussing about Solana and its way forward, going ahead for our investors. So what happened on June 1st week? The recent Solana outage, if you can just explain this for our viewers.
Okay. So there is something called durable nonce transaction.
All right.
So what happens in this is that you can reuse the same nonce again and again. But in case of outage, there was a small bug in this feature of Solana. Because of that bug, this entire Solana network went down.
All right.
None of the transactions could happen for 4.5 hours, almost 4 hours, 10 minutes. So basically, this happened because of this, there is a bug in durable nonce transaction.
So अब आपने जैसे बताया कि एक durable nonce transaction की वजह से ये outage हुआ था और ये this is not for the first time this is happening, Vivek.
Actually, there has been a lot of outages in Solana network. This is the 8th outage. ये 8वीं बार हो चुका है. इसके पहले जितने भी outage हुए थे, there were some small bugs in Solana network. As you see, Solana is still in development phase. Still is getting improved day by day. So developers have to do a lot of more hard work is required, to make it perfect. And Solana made decentralization. There is an issue with the decentralization as well.
So we will discuss this decentralization issue in details. But what steps have Solana taken to resolve this issue? If you can just highlight that.
So basically, Solana has removed this feature, durable nonce transaction for now. They have disabled this feature. From now onwards, it's disabled. So they had told this feature will be enabled back once they have fixed the bug. So as of now, they are still fixing the bug, and they will re-enable the feature once the bug is fixed.
All right. So since we are talking about this Solana and its way forward, so how centralized is the Solana network? If you can just highlight this, because they have claimed that this is a decentralized network, and its way forward. What do you think, according to you, can be the tipping point as far as investors are concerned?
So basically, to determine any network is centralized or decentralized, there is something called Nakamoto Coefficient. So Nakamoto Coefficient score gives you a proper, value whether you are centralized or decentralized.
In case of Solana is?
The more score, the better decentralized the network.
All right.
So for Solana, the score is 19. It's much higher compared to, other networks like Bitcoin is 5, Ethereum is 3. So the score is quite high. And this actually, Nakamoto score determines how much decentralized the network is.
So if you could just explain this for our viewers, Vivek, Nakamoto, the parameter which you have highlighted is actually very interesting. And आप हमारे viewers को थोड़ा सा इसको simplify करके बता सकते हैं, because you told that this is to measure any network is centralized or decentralized. In this case, it's a decentralized network. So how do you explain this for our viewers? थोड़ा simplify करके बताइए.
So Nakamoto coefficient जो है, actually this is based on a formula of Gini coefficient. So Gini coefficient is a subset of Nakamoto's coefficient. So Gini coefficient में क्या होता है? Suppose you are having 10 nodes. So your score will be 10. So it's very simple formula. Number of nodes के base पे the formula calculation is based considered. So we consider Gini coefficient as one subset. There are multiple subsets like this. And finally, a Nakamoto coefficient score is arrived after all these calculations.
All right, since we are talking about this coefficient and it is pointing more towards decentralized, we will discuss this in details. So my next question is, Vivek, how are nodes operating on the Solana? Since you have highlighted the Gini factor as well. So how does nodes operate on Solana? If you can just simplify this for our viewers.
Okay. So basically, to set up a node, you need to have a validator. We call it validator in terms of Solana network. And there is a configuration requirement for that. You need a 12-core CPU, 128 GB of RAM, which is very high configuration if you look at this configuration. So this is like it costs you thousands of dollars. That's why if you see number of nodes in Solana network is very less. It's just 1,776 nodes as of now.
So since we are talking about Solana and its way forward, this is an initiative which Crypto TV is taking to explain for our viewers that what should be your investment strategy. As since this is not an investment advice, this will help you. This research will help you to understand this network or Solana better. So trades per second is something which Solana has been claiming, which is roughly around 65,000 odd. There are articles which says that Solana's trades per second is nearly over 60,000. Some say that it's 25,000. So ये actual picture क्या है विवेक? ये थोड़ा सा आप इसको थोड़ा सा आप explain करें.
So basically, if you look at the websites of Solana, it says it is possible to conduct 7,10,000 transactions per second. But if you look at the Solana ecosystem,
7,000.
7,10,000
All right.
transactions per second. So if you look at this, why they are claiming such a high speed? What they say is that that the speed of Solana will keep on increasing as the nodes keep on increasing. So that is the future projection of speed. But if you look at the current speed on the website, if you check it, it's just 1,270 transactions per second.
Fantastic.
So that is the current transaction speed.
So this is actually a big negative as far as the network is concerned. आप claim कुछ और कर रहे हैं और आप deliver कुछ और कर रहे हैं. इसका मतलब ये है कि आप 5G बेच रहे हैं, लेकिन आप speed दे रहे हैं 1G का.
That is a future projection. That वो जो projection किया गया है वो future की mining के base पे किया हुआ है.
All right.
Current nodes, current mining के हिसाब से is just 1,260, which is not a big figure actually. If you ask me why people are participating in Solana network, it's because mostly about cost. I mean, people are participating due to cost, not due to speed actually.
So since we are talking about, आपने जैसे इस एपिसोड की शुरुआत में आपने कहा कि यहाँ पर they have actually claimed that they are a decentralized network, but it is pointing towards a centralized network since there are roughly around 50% position of the entire project is with the promoters. तो ये थोड़ा सा आप उसको simplify कीजिए कि what is the claim and what is the actual status as of now?
Okay, so if you look at Ethereum, like they have 80% of tokens of Ethereum is public.
Right.
Public is owning 80% of tokens. But if you look at Solana, 48%, according to Masai report, 48% of the tokens are still with the Solana Foundation. It's called insider token in our crypto language.
Right.
So basically, Solana owns this 50% of tokens, which is almost half of the complete supply. And if you look at the complete staking supply, 77% of Solana tokens are already staked, which means most of these inside tokens are staked and they are used for mining the Solana tokens.
Sure. तो ये हमारे व्यूअर्स को एक छोटा सा हम एक्सप्लेन भी कर देते हैं कि जो विवेक ने अभी एक फैक्टर एक्सप्लेन किया है. सो यूजुअली क्या होता है कि स्टॉक मार्केट में अगर जितना ज़्यादा होल्डिंग प्रमोटर्स के पास में होती है तो वो बहुत ज़्यादा एक पॉजिटिव माना जाता है कि चलो ठीक है, कंपनी बहुत ही स्टेबल है, यू कैन गो अहेड एंड इन्वेस्ट इन दैट. बट इन दिस क्रिप्टो करेंसी यूनिवर्स जितना कम होल्डिंग प्रमोटर्स के पास में होता है वो ज़्यादा पॉजिटिव माना जाता है बिकॉज उतना ज़्यादा आपका कम्युनिटी बड़ा होता है. विवेक, व्हाट्स योर ओपिनियन ऑन दिस?
See, basically, the less decentralized system it is, then less value it will have. The more decentralized it is, the more value it will have. Because if you have more communities, it is spread across different nations, different countries. So it is more decentralized, it is more powerful. Why Bitcoin is so powerful? Because Bitcoin is decentralized, it's across multiple countries. So that's why Bitcoin is most powerful. So in crypto industry, in crypto industry, in Web3 industry, what matters is that how many communities you have, how big is the community, and how decentralized your system is. So that is very important.
So how does this insider thing indicates, its centralized nature?
Okay. So basically, since people are holding 48% of tokens, and if you see the basic criteria for mining Solana tokens is that you should have, you should stake some tokens. And if people are owning, Solana Foundation is owning most of the tokens, the probability is that they will be mining most of the tokens. So they must be owning most of the validator nodes. If you see, they must be run by Solana system only.
All right.
So that is the probability. Because running a validator node requires a lot of SOL tokens, and SOL tokens is owned by Solana insiders.
तो ये इतना बड़ा जो concern है and cryptocurrency market is also is not really performing well. तो Solana का performance भी काफ़ी अच्छा नहीं है. We can understand that the entire cryptocurrency market is down. But what's the way forward for investors? Research material जो हम provide करते हैं उनके लिए, what are the top 3 points? What are the top 3 takeaways from this outage?
So basically, the main takeaway is that Solana is still developing. They still have to fix a lot of bugs which they are encountering every outage. And if you look at other networks, they are much more decentralized. If you look at Cardano has doubled the number of nodes that Solana has. So they have double number of nodes actually. And if you look at Ethereum 2.0, which we are expecting, going to break the market. I mean, this is going to almost outlaw all these, systems which you have right now, layer 2 solutions. Once we have Ethereum 2.0, we are having a lot of expectations because, that will be all proof of stake. So even Solana, if you see, it's not proof of stake, it's proof of history.
Exactly. So since we are talking about proof of history, and we have seen recently newspaper reports have suggested that the NFT volumes on Solana network has surpassed that of Ethereum. Since we are talking about a robust network and Solana is a layer 2 solution, what is the reason there is an upsurge in the NFT volumes? Because Ethereum का network भी बहुत ही widely adopted है as far as NFTs are concerned.
See, if you look at the main reason is that, the cost. The cost on Solana network is very less compared to Ethereum. Suppose मैं वही ट्रांजेक्शन इथेरियम में करता हूँ तो इट विल कॉस्ट $200. इफ आई डू द सेम ट्रांजेक्शन इन सोलाना इट विल कॉस्ट $0.0025. सो डिफरेंस इज ह्यूज. People are going towards Solana. Why? They are saving cost in terms of selling and buying NFTs.
So Vivek, since you have highlighted that the merge which is Ethereum 2.0, अगर वो इफेक्ट होता है तो वहाँ पर लेकर लेयर 2 सॉल्यूशंस जो प्रोवाइडर्स हैं उनका एक बहुत बड़ा कंसर्न हो जाएगा और उनका रेलेवेंस भी खतरे में है. Say for example, you're talking about Solana, or for that matter, Polygon, or for that matter, Cardano, or any other layer 2 solution provider.
So if you look at the layer 2 solutions, why they still exist? They exist because there is a problem with layer 1.
All right.
Because there is a problem with Ethereum. Once all these problems are solved, once Ethereum becomes a proper network, with low gas fee or high transaction speed, so in that case, why would I need some other network? Why would I go as a developer, as a programmer? Why would I go to some other network if I have Ethereum? Because every programmer, the first choice is Ethereum network because
Sure.
It all started with Ethereum. So most of the programmers, developer community, they are comfortable with Ethereum right now.
So let's see what luck this Ethereum 2.0 brings for the entire crypto universe. So there has been many outages in Solana, like an outage that lasted for more than 17 hours in September 2021, just to take you back. So where attackers flooded the network with roughly around 4 lakh transactions per second, which the Solana network couldn't handle. The Solana is still in early development stages, and we will have to wait and watch how the Solana network evolves with time. Like Bitcoin has improved for DDoS attacks. Alright, thank you so much Vivek for being part of this interaction. आपने बहुत अच्छी तरीके से एक्सप्लेन किया कि यहाँ पर आउटेज कितने सारे आउटेजेस हुए हैं और उसका रीजंस क्या है और हमने हमारे व्यूअर्स को ये भी बताया कि यहाँ पे लेकर कौन कौन से स्टेप्स हैं उनको फॉलो करने चाहिए बिफोर मेकिंग एनी इन्वेस्टमेंट बेट्स. Thank you so much for being part of this interaction. Keep watching Crypto TV for more such interesting analysis. This is Manoj Dara signing off. Thank you.